before I go on. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys been enjoying your week. I've been enjoying my week. I overcame a cold that I felt coming on last night. I was feeling real bad. I had a bad headache. I thought I was going to be like sneezing and all of that stuff, but I took care of it. Got me some Theraflu, ginger ale, water, and it knocked that shit right on out. So thank y'all for those that were saying get well and stuff like that on Facebook and Twitter. This has been a lot going on this week. We're going to get to the main stuff. I want to start off by talking about... You heard that? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. 3, 4.
It's an everyday occurrence around here.
You hear it hitting stuff?
It may be hitting somebody. It ain't nothing.
I don't want nothing to fly through this window.
You don't hear nobody out there screaming, and there's a lot of people out there. And gunshots don't happen like that. They were pow. And then pow. All the time, somebody was like pow, 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 and kept it moving.
I don't know.
Ain't no you know,
bitch.
You know, bitch.
No, because it happened like that before and they was really shooting.
Oh, were they?
Yes. This is like 2 weeks ago.
See, I told you, it's a regular occurrence, right?
Yeah. It happens everywhere, bitch. And like your area is so safe.
Well, we don't hear too many gunshots up there.
Yeah, but you hear them.
I mean, twice a year. You said 2 weeks. How many of you heard them so far this year?
A couple. And if I do hear them, they're not in this vicinity.
Well,
they be from down there.
If you hear them, then they got to be in this vicinity.
Well, no, you can hear them from anywhere.
No, I can't. I don't hear them from my house. I don't hear the gunshots down here from my house.
Because when this back window's open, I be like, you ain't hear them gunshots?
That back window wasn't open now. You just opened it.
Well, yeah. Well, look, as long as they ain't shooting at me.
So that means it was close by. We heard it, but the window closed.
You can hear stuff. It's loud. So... yeah, I hope whoever was shot at is safe, or they was just fireworks for the 4th of July.
Which isn't until 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably 3 weeks. I don't know. I ain't excited for 4th of July. I used to be excited about Independence Day. I don't try to believe. So 2 days ago, I think I woke up to Tinashe. She had this rant going on. And it seems like every couple of months she's ranting about something. Because they're not buying her music, or she's not performing well, or her management told her to do this, or they told her to do that. She's just not happy with her career right now. And she did an interview with The Guardian. And some things that I wanted to talk about, she was...
which is a British newspaper.
Yeah, a
magazine or whatever over there.
Yeah, and they was talking about how she's just unhappy with, like, her being a mixed woman. No, she's not happy about being mixed. She feels that the black community does not accept her as a mixed woman or as a black woman.
Huh?
She was also saying that she's tired of being compared to the standard of like Beyonce or Rihanna if you're a black musician. And I mean, I just don't get that from her because she is a light-skinned woman. Whether she's mixed, she's light-skinned. And when you're light-skinned, you have the advantage over any dark-skinned woman in any entertainment field. Mm-hmm. And for you to be sitting up there complaining about the direction of your career and stuff like that, that's all on you and that's all on your team. Mm-hmm. And if you felt that way, I wouldn't be out there talking about that as if it's just a regular conversation to have. Mm-hmm. That is something you talk about when you feel like you've really made it. Yeah. Because you putting out stuff like that, I'm not going to care to buy your music. I'm not going to care to listen to it or care to buy it. You've never been on my radar like that, but you have been like, you know, I've seen you out there and I've seen you do your thing. You was a part of the Janet Jackson tribute like 2 years ago. So I've seen you out there and you had that song 2 On. You came out, you had a hit when you first tried out. Then you be complaining like you be complaining and you delete posts. You complain about people not buying your music and stuff like that. Well, you already know. You know that black people don't be buying music like that. And let's just be real. Some people might be mad when I say it, but we don't. We don't buy the music like that, not unless we have our favorites. Mm-hmm. And she was also talking about how you can love other artists and stuff like that and support other people. And I believe that's true. Right. And that's probably the only thing that I agree with you about, because it is really bad that now, and like for this, since we've been doing this show, like people that are stands of certain people, they don't support other artists. And I don't feel you should be like that. Like, well, if this person ain't dropping the album, then and if it ain't her, then I'm not buying it. I don't think you should be that.
Well, I will say this: everybody, you know, should support people, but don't think I'm going to support somebody just because you want me to support them. Because if your stuff is not up to par, then why would I waste my money?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, even if they're
there is
no
but, because Tinashe,
no,
there is no but.
All right, go ahead.
If first of all, it's clear that what she's doing is all wrong. Why? Because she's out here complaining that she's not getting the support that she needs or that she wants. There's something within your team that's wrong. And I just saw this article that said, Tinashe, it's not colorism, it's you. And it's clear, it is you. So don't blame black people for not supporting you because of somehow they're not accepting the fact that you're mixed. Are you kidding me?
Nobody care about that.
We just had a president in the White House for 8 years who was mixed. Hello? I'm sorry, what? Oh, you know, hello. Like, how dare you say that? In 2017, we don't give a fuck about that anymore. We don't give a hell about that. We don't care about that. It's not that you're mixed, because some of us probably didn't even know. I didn't even know you were mixed. I didn't know you were mixed. Nobody cares about that. It's the quality of music or quality of work that you're putting out there. Yes, I agree with you. We should support other artists other than our fave. But if other artists other than our fave is not putting good work out there that we feel as though is good work, then why should I just give you my money simply because everybody else thinks that I should support you? No. No, no, no. When people don't like the shit that my fave puts out, they don't buy her stuff. They talk about her left and right. They don't buy her stuff. So then why should it be the roles be reversed and then I buy your stuff simply because you're not doing well? No, put out quality work and then we will buy your stuff. Don't put out work and then complain because people are not buying it. Like you said when we talked, because this isn't the first time we talked about it. Didn't we talk about her the other day when we mentioned?
We never talked about her.
Well, damn, I could have sworn we did. Maybe it was a dream. But whatever, in my dream, you said this, and I'm just going to say it. Like you said in my dream. Okay? Like you said in my dream. You have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, and you don't put yourself out there, you don't go on these different shows, you don't do these different, you know. You did say that.
That was on Monday's video, but it wasn't about her.
Who was it about?
I don't remember.
Okay, but it was about somebody.
Yeah.
And it's relevant to her.
Yeah.
If you don't put yourself out there, then people are not going to buy your stuff. Prime example. Some years ago, we used to always have this debate about Kelly Rowland, and you used to always say, you know, Kelly Rowland is just as good as Beyonce, this, that, and the third, but she's not
accepted as much.
It's not accepted as much, and also, and I don't know if it was you or me, but I think I used to say, well, you know, she has to put in that quality music, whatever the case may be. And I think just recently I heard you say that, you know, some of the stuff that she's putting out, or maybe it wasn't you, maybe I saw it on Twitter, but somebody said some of the stuff that Kelly Rowland is putting out, it's okay, but it's not stuff that you're going to constantly hear being played. You know, I can't really even remember the last time she even put out a song that was played over and over and over again. When was the last time she put out something?
I still think that has to do with... I don't think it has to do with her color. I just feel like sometimes...
Kelly?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with her color.
But in the beginning, I really felt like, yes, it's her color. Because you and Beyonce, y'all in the same group. Like, y'all could put out the same music. Kelly can sing whatever the hell she wants to sing. And the public don't accept her like that because Beyonce is more in your face. And it was like at that time, anytime Kelly or Michelle put out anything, Beyonce is right there putting out something. The same day Michelle album came out, Beyonce put something out. And it's just like, what the fuck is, like, where's the unity? But now, it's just like Kelly done had enough time to do what she want to do. She's a mother now. I don't know all the stuff. She be on TV shows, but I don't think she takes the music as serious. Even when you have a new group out, I don't think Frank or Kelly take that new group seriously because where are they? And if they have that strong connection with Beyonce, there's no reason why Beyonce couldn't have those girls out there as an opening act. Even though Khaled got the party started, I think that they could have came before him.
Maybe they didn't want maybe they didn't want.
I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't Beyonce. Maybe it was them who said we don't want this group to be riding on Beyonce's coattails, so we want them to try to make it on their own. That could have been the case.
But you know what? It's not even a coattail. It's that support. Like if you got somebody like Beyonce supporting you, like Beyonce used to be riding for all the Rockaware. What is their names? Rock Nation. She used to support all of them. They was her husband's people.
Yeah.
So you and Kelly and Beyonce, y'all got that connection.
Well, that's it. But we don't know if Jay asked her to be a part of certain things. That's what I'm saying. Frank and Kelly may not have wanted it to be riding on Beyonce's coattail. Because let me tell you something. I met him. Well, I think we both met Frank. But I was able to be around him. Hold on. Okay.
We're gonna get back to you, Tinashe.
Yeah, we are. No, because this is all. Yeah, I was able to be around him for a good while and talk to him. And what I learned from Frank is that Frank is one of those people that, first of all, he's smart. He's a smart person. He's brilliant at what he does. But Frank is one of those people that I feel as though I want to build this on my own, and I want this to be a success on my own, so that therefore can't nobody say, oh, y'all are only here because this person helped you or this person gave you a handout. And I kind of feel that way about Ty now that he's doing his own thing. Now, yes, you see all these articles when they mention him, whatever he's doing new, it always says Beyonce Styles, whatever the case may be. But when you read these articles with him, he's rarely mentioning the fact that, Beyonce's my girl and I love her, but this is what I do and this is how I've done it. And I think some of them who've kind of veered away from Beyonce, not that they don't like her, but they veered away because they don't want to necessarily ride on that coattail, because they don't want to be looked at as, oh, well, Beyonce helped you and Beyonce did that. And it's maybe Tinashe needs a Beyonce.
No, let me tell you something.
Maybe, but I just feel like not everybody wants to be on that Beyonce train because then people will be out there saying, oh, y'all only here because Beyonce had y'all on her show, because if not, then we wouldn't even know who the hell y'all were. And it's like you said, Kelly is just as equal as Beyonce. So it would kind of look a little sad that Kelly being as equal as Beyonce couldn't even get them to where they need to be, but they had to go past Kelly and go straight to Beyonce when they're Kelly's artists. You understand what I'm saying?
But they singing and dancing to Beyonce's music.
Yeah, which I don't understand. And I posted about that. Listen, I posted about that about a few weeks ago, and I think Frank commented. I think he liked what I said. But it was true. It was true. Actually, he left a comment because there were other people in agreement with me, and they were just like, come on, like, why y'all saying that y'all want to be this? But every time we hear y'all, it's either a cover of a song or it's a cover of a Beyonce song.
Yeah. That's why I feel like they're not serious about it. And Kelly is in Australia doing The Voice or something like that, or the X Factor, whatever. And it's just like, what's going on? I'm seeing Kelly done put out a mother's book and stuff like that. It's like, when are you going to get back to the music? Or maybe she don't love it like we love it for her fans. But, girl,
what do I always say? If I go to a concert and you don't love what you're doing on that stage, how the hell do you expect me as the audience member to love what you're doing?
Yeah. But I don't want Kelly to put out music just to be like, oh, this is just for my fans. Like, no, girl, like you are in your like you are in your 30s. You're a mother now. You should be knowing what kind of music you want to do, and you should be out there performing. I shouldn't be seeing you on no judge shows, because, like, and it was cute in the beginning doing the judge thing, but now it's like you're always on the judge show, and you got a new group out, and how can you help this group? And if you're not doing stuff for yourself, like, I don't get it. Now let me get back to you about the music, the Tinashe and the fans thing, about the stands. Now this is my thing. Beyonce fans, Rihanna stands, they always go at it. Now, me, personally, I like both of their music. And I feel like everybody if you say you don't like this artist, I think that you are a closet fan of whoever you claim you really don't like that. Because both of them put out great music.
Well, that's not true for me, because artists that I don't like, I simply don't like them.
Both of them put out great music, okay?
No, I'm not talking about Beyonce and Rihanna, because you know I listen to Beyonce music.
When you was talking about, you was talking about what you buying, not supporting the music. Now, Rihanna used to put out albums every year. And every year she put out great music. So, there's no way you could say that, oh, Rihanna music is boring, because Rihanna know how to get a party started. All you got to do is just go through her first probably 20 singles, and that's a party right there.
I didn't say
in itself, huh?
I didn't say
I didn't say you. I'm talking about when you say like you don't support people who don't put out good music. But I'm saying like when it comes to the stan wars, sometimes these stans don't buy the music because they stand for somebody else and it just don't look right. But I hope that shit is over.
No, yeah, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about because that's 2000.
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
old. I think
I'm talking about people like Tinashe, who some people can't even name a song of hers.
But I don't even know if she got stands. Honestly.
Right. So she wants. So she's. Don't get loud. So she's. We don't. First of all, I don't know any songs of hers. We don't know if she has stands or fans. But she wants other artist fans to stop necessarily standing just for them and come over and stand for people like her. But yet we don't even know what you have to offer because you're not putting yourself out there.
You're not applying yourself, and
you're not applying yourself. Years ago, we used to see certain artists, my girl, all over the goddamn place, to the point that people were tired of seeing her. And then Rihanna came along and Rihanna did the same thing. But they did that because that's what they were supposed to do. So that they could not only build their fan base, but they could build their empire. People knew who they were. So whenever you saw their face, whether you even heard a snippet of the song, you'd be like, oh, I want to hear whatever she got out. Let me just go hear it. I may not have even heard a snippet of it, but I want to go hear it because I know who Rihanna is. I know who Beyonce is. I know who Katy Perry is. I know who Taylor Swift is. They put themselves out there. You cannot complain when we don't see you. Yeah. And don't complain at us because we don't see you. Complain at your management. Complain to your publicist or whomever you may have on your team. Complain to them. Like you said you did say it. The other day, we have plenty of venues around this country, small venues. We have a venue here in Philadelphia called it's called Theater.
TLA.
Yeah, it's called
Theater
TLA for sure.
Arts.
Yeah, but it's called, if you look it up, it's called Theater of the Living Arts, but we call it here in Philly TLA. All types of artists come there and perform. Like you said, Future, big artists, little artists. You have Brandy there. All types of artists come, and it's a smaller venue, but it's a popular venue. It's a popular venue, and people treat the TLA just like they treat Wells Fargo Center. They go and they have a good time. You could go to a place like that. You could have your people go to a place, but the thing is, will you fill it up?
Yeah.
It's
fits 1,000 people. And you should be able to fill a standing room, and they got a little balcony and all of that stuff.
Well, that's if she has the people,
But let me tell you what it really is. A lot of these artists, y'all want Beyonce's status with Lauryn Hill's work ethic.
I'm glad you said the ethic. I'm glad you said the ethic. Yes,
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Now, y'all know Beyonce works hard, and she don't stop. And that's what these artists need to do. Like, look at her as the standard. I don't know, and I don't think in our generation we will see somebody go above her bar. She's not born yet. Right. Not even Blue. No. Nobody. She's not going to be in our generation because, like, she really pushed that bar. Other has come before her, but this bitch done set a new standard.
She's a product of what's come before her.
She can sell a record without even doing promotions and like doing interviews and she just say
a stadium without
having a stadium
without having a record.
Yes,
because that's what she did. Remember, Lemonade didn't come out until after.
And when you see those crowds, and sometimes they're multiple nights and they're sold out back to back. Like she's the standard. So. Right. But you can still, if you work hard, look like Chance the Rapper. Right. Like, he is doing, he got his foot and hand and everything. And he has a name for himself.
And he's original, and it's him.
Yeah, and I know when I see his face, I don't even know his music, bitch. I see his face.
That's what I mean. We don't even know who, like, if you were to put a picture of Tinashe and Chance the Rapper up, people are going to know who he is. Without even knowing his music. That's what I meant by when I said a few minutes ago about how when somebody like Rihanna could put something out and you don't even hear the new music, but you feel that you have to go listen to it because you already know who she is just by her face. Tinashe, you'd be like, I don't even know what I don't listen to her music.
She's that cute girl that sang that 2 on song. That was my song.
But you know what? She put her foot in her mouth now because now she's going to be labeled as that cute girl who now blame people because black people like her. Now black people really ain't gonna pay you no damn mind.
Because I'm not.
Okay? Tinashe.
And Kenya Moore, there's a rumor that she is married and didn't tell Andy, And from the picture, it do look like she's in a wedding gown and getting married, but it could be for a movie. I don't know. But if she's married, congrats to her. And on top of that, Nene Leakes and Bravo TV has released a statement that she is returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for the 10th season. I don't think it's really a surprise to everybody. It's not a full-time gig, allegedly, because Nene has all this stuff that she has to do and want to do, but I really think it came down to the money, and they couldn't pay her for full-time, so they pay her for part-time. So Nene's coming back.
So she's not going to be in the season all throughout?
Probably in bits and pieces, and they said that they already started shooting, so...
Well, I hope the bits and pieces are worth seeing her on.
Yeah. It's the 10th season. They got to do something big.
I'm sure they're paying her at least $1 million.
Yeah.
By now.
She got to be getting it. Yes.
Yeah.
They were saying like $2.5 million, but I don't think Bravo wanted to pay her that.
Right.
And that's what
she probably negotiated to like maybe 2 or 1.5 million.
Yeah, I'm thinking more 1.5 million because she's going to bring the ratings when she comes back.
Right.
And then I want to see what her interaction is going to be with Sheree and Kim and Cam. Like, it's going to be good. And if King is there, we know they're going to fight.
This is the last season?
No, it's just the 10th season. 10 seasons of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm excited for it. But shout out to Nene. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey just made a tasteless joke. I mean, you know that people in Flint, they can't even drink that water. People's minds are messed up. People are just, it's just really bad for them drinking the lab water that was in the lab that was in that Flint water. Mm-hmm. And people have to use bottles and bottles of water just to wash clothes, wash their bodies, and drink spring water and stuff like that. And for you to tell somebody who calls your show to tell them that was from Flint to tell them to drink the water, that was just very tasty.
Was he? What did the caller get? Like, why would he?
Because he was a Golden State Warriors fan, and you know he's a LeBron fan. But even stuff like that, you just don't do that. Like, you gotta know where your comedic points go. Like, you got a lot of people in crisis. The lady was telling him to apologize.
The caller?
No. One of the workers on the show. And he said he wasn't apologizing, so he didn't apologize.
There's that arrogance. Just like that letter we saw.
I was rocking with Steve with the letter, but yeah.
The arrogance. The arrogance. See, people like him, when you give arrogant people like him an inch, they will take 3 miles. Why will they take 3 miles? Because when they first produce their arrogance and people support their arrogance, then they feel like, oh, I can keep being arrogant. Yeah. That's why you gotta nip that shit in the bud the first time. You gotta let them know the first time that you don't approve of them being arrogant in that way. And people like Steve Harvey, who gets to this clout of money and I have this, I can be arrogant and I can do and say what I want. Like that's not even a funny joke. Like, I wouldn't even think of something like that to say because that's not funny. And when someone on your show who's an employee of yours, because ain't nobody higher than you on the Steve Harvey show, when somebody who's an employee of yours tells you that you should apologize and you tell them no, then that shows who really should be the boss.
Because you got to think about sponsors. If people are really mad, they could be like, I'm not what, if you know how they do it now, they come for your advertising dollars. Mm-hmm. They say, oh, well, if you support them, we're going to put it out there that you support them even though he said that. Like, it's just crazy how people really know how to use their voice now. Before they didn't, but nobody's really making a big thing out of it. But Steve, you were wrong for that. That was just horrible to say. Okay, now we just found out today that the Bill Cosby trial, the jury is deadlocked, meaning that they can't come to an agreement, and they had 3 charges for Bill Cosby, and they can't come up with a decision on none of them. So the judge sent them back to work. We don't know how long they're going to be deadlocked for, or how long the jury is going to be deliberating for. But right now they can't seem to come to an agreement. And I figured this was the case because considering the evidence that you have, it doesn't take long, and it doesn't take a rocket science to put 2 and 2 together. Mm-hmm. But you got somebody or a couple people back there riding for Bill Cosby. Yeah. And you got people out there, like they was just showing, they were saying like it's a circus outside the courthouse. And you got people that support Bill Cosby and people that don't support him. Even you have some Bill Cosby's accusers out there in the mix with the people that supporting him, telling them how what he did to them. So I don't know. But that's all I just wanted to say.
Can I just say this real quick?
Sure.
I think some people should already know how I feel about the Bill Cosby case. But what I will say is this. If there are people, and I'm not talking about the ones that are on, you know, the accusers who are a part of this case. I'm talking about the accusers that, you know, are just there for support. If there are accusers that are there for support who are accusing Bill Cosby of doing certain things to them, but they've never even met Bill Cosby, I want to know why the fuck would you get up and waste your time in doing something like that? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you go to a trial and accuse somebody and call yourself an accuser of somebody that you never even met?
Now this happened?
No, I'm just saying because when we were looking at the news and I saw that one lady and it said accuser under her name, I just said to myself, I wonder if she even ever met him. You know what I mean? Like, everybody becomes, and I'm not just talking about this Bill Cosby case, but I'm just talking about in cases in general. When it comes to stuff like this, everybody's an accuser. Everybody's accusing you of doing something. And I'm thinking, like, at some point, when does it stop? Because like I said on my post a few days ago, yeah, there are people that I believe were drugged and touched by Bill Cosby. I believe that. And then there are some people who I believe y'all are just trying to jump on the bandwagon. Yeah. And those who are jumping on the bandwagon, I feel like, what are you don't have nothing to do in your spare time that you just going out and doing something
like
that?
People want to gain fame.
But why? Because after this is over, we're not going to remember your name. We're not even going to remember some of the accusers' names.
No. But I want to know where is the takedown of other people who have done these things? You don't see that. You don't even hear about it. Well, but you got 50 plus so women all coming out at one time. Everybody's not telling the truth. No. Just like when Prince died, Prince had children everywhere. I know they're not the same, but I'm just saying, like, once you get that Prince might have had a child, so they get a little
everybody's a child.
Everybody's a child of Prince. So,
well, you know, the takedown. I agree with you. Where's the takedown of other people? But it still, for me, doesn't dismiss the fact that, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's so crazy is that this woman has already received money from Bill Cosby.
Right.
In the civil case. And she's about to get, maybe if she wins, she's not even going to get anything, I don't think. He's going to jail. I don't think she's asking for anything. He's going to jail.
He's just going to jail.
Yeah, that's going to be most likely for life. Beyonce is allegedly in the hospital. They said that they seen her family at the hospital, but y'all know when people go to the hospital, it could be for anything. You know, they could be feeling something and they go to the hospital. But I do hope that Beyonce had these twins very soon, because it's going to be a hot summer, and nobody wants to be pregnant during the summertime. It's too hot for that. It's way too hot. Bitch, I can't even imagine.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Beyonce, so I'm almost certain that Beyonce, where they live, their house is
air conditioned, but when you go out, oh my God.
That's if she goes out. She may not even go out anymore.
Child, as much she was letting us know she's pregnant.
But I'm saying, remember, and I just checked on her Instagram, she hasn't posted anything since May 30th. So she may just be on bed rest.
Yeah, she's about to have a baby.
Right. Because remember the NBA Finals, you saw Jay, but you didn't see her. And she's usually
he was there, I didn't even see him.
And I think it was like the first or second night, whatever the case may be. You usually see the two of them together, but you just saw her. So she may be in that point of her pregnancy where the doctor's is like, all right, listen, we need you to really take a chill and just sit down and lay back. And we're talking about Beyonce, and if they bought this big mansion like it's been reported in LA, I'm almost certain that she don't never have to leave her house. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
See somebody call me.
They're not calling you.
Say who?
Who? That's your sister.
Yeah. All right.
What's the matter?
She probably letting me know that my mom back home. I gotta take a call.
Why she ain't just call you?
I don't know. Ooh, bitch, I don't even remember, but I left my phone downstairs and I need to hurry up. So.
Why? Ain't nobody going through their phone.
Child. So we was talking about
we don't know.
Beyonce giving birth or some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about. So yeah, that's that. She's gonna have him soon, and I still think she's gonna have a boy and a girl. I don't think she's gonna have two of the same sex. I think she's gonna have a boy and a girl, and that's gonna be it. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, and let me tell you something. If y'all, I don't know if y'all Orange is the New Black fans or not, Now, I was seeing some reviews, and some people did not like Orange is the New Black season. I'm at episode 6, and I am into this show. Like, I actually went back and rewatched the stuff because I like to multitask when I be watching stuff like that. But when I just pay attention to the storyline, that shit flowed so well, and I'm loving it. Just like how I got caught up in season 4. I hated season 3, but I got caught up in season 4 and loved it. I feel the same way about this season. And you, right now they taking over the prison and stuff like that. They making their demands, and throughout the demands, they all had their things going on with the death of Pusey. Like, it's just so good. I'm enjoying it. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. And I told y'all before about F is for Family. If you get a chance to binge watch that over the weekend, you should do so, especially if you love adult comedy. It's really, really good, and it's not different cartoons. It's like it's a whole storyline throughout the whole series, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Anything else you recommend?
This season of House of Cards is it. I am 3 episodes away from finishing the season. Like, I've been binge watching it at work, and this season 5, it reminds me of how good season 1 and season 2 were. Like, it's just like...
So can I skip season 3 and 4?
Season 4 took me a very long time to watch. And I only finished season 4 last week because I wanted to start season 5. I can't remember season 3. But I know season 4 was kind of like... for me. You may like it. But season 4 for me of House of Cards was kind of like...
But season 5 is everything.
Season 5 is everything because season 5... it loosely reminds me of what's going on today. And I made that point on Instagram, and a lot of people got me together and was like, while we agree with you, Frank Underwood is 10 times smarter than Donald Trump. And I agree with y'all. He is. He is. I agree with y'all. He's 10 times smarter than Donald Trump. So maybe I should have been a little bit more clearer when I made that analogy. But I love this season of House of Cards. And like I said, I'm 3 episodes away from ending the season. I cannot wait into Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I heard it's coming back in July.
And I saw the trailer, finally, for the new season. Bitch, he doesn't listen to me. He does not listen he still has not started. He doesn't listen. Can y'all please tell him? Hey, y'all been telling him. Y'all been telling him. Kevin! I'm not into it. You would get into it. You have to, looking at the whole, what is it? What do you call it?
Now, if I could watch Celia Cruz's whole documentary, 80 episodes in Spanish,
yes,
I can probably get into Game of Thrones. I just didn't like it.
Well, how many episodes did you watch? 1, 2.
1.
Right. And that was the first episode. Did you finish the first episode?
Damn near.
See, you didn't finish it. Because at the end of the first episode, you're going to be like, oh, bitch, wait, what? It's like The Keepers. Remember how the first episode of The Keepers was kind of slow? Because it was. But once the end of it came, you were like, wait, what happened? And I don't want to tell you what happened at the end of the first episode because...
Alright, it's 10 episodes. I'm going to give it a try.
You can watch it, Kevin, please.
I promise.
At least, do me a favor. At least watch the first season. And then, once you finish the first season, I can see you saying, oh, bitch, I want to see what happens the next season. Because like I said, this last season that just ended of Game of Thrones, bitch, I was in my room like, this is not for real.
Yeah, and come to think of it, I even watched the whole season of Downton Abbey.
Right. If you can watch that bullshit, you can watch
No, bitch, no. Downton Abbey was good, and I felt like I know those.
No, I'm just saying because this is fighting, and it's like and it's like different kingdoms fighting for this one spot. Like you would really like this, Kevin. I know you. All right, you just have to get into it.
I'm gonna give it a try this weekend. I don't have nothing to do.
And don't even rewind this first episode that you watched. Just start off from where you left off at.
That's when they was teaching the kids, and the kids was teasing each other.
So you don't remember nothing about
they were doing the chase in the beginning.
But what I'm saying is you did not see the ending of the first episode. Okay, you have to see the ending of the first episode because the ending of the first episode you're gonna be like, wait, what just happened? And you're like, ooh, it's gonna leave you like that, ooh. And I'm telling you, it reminds you of The Keepers, how slow the first episode was. And then you get into it and you're like, oh, bitch, wait, this is good. And you can sit and watch The Keepers. I know you can watch this.
All right, we're going to see. We're going to see how I feel in a month.
Keep telling him to watch
It's going to take me probably a month.
That's all right.
60 episodes.
That's all right.
But we'll see. That's if I give it a month, that's 2 episodes a day. We'll see. We really going to see.
Yes.
I probably cursing my ass. I'm like, you know, he damn well. I'm going to watch it.
Yes.
After I finish Orange.
Well, that's fine. You know, that's fine.
All right, I'm serious, y'all. I'm gonna give it a try. So that's it. That's all we have. But to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day to you. To all the mothers out there, happy Father's Day to you. If you have to take on the role of being a father, and I like to say this like every year. If you're having a problem with either parent, in particular, like if you're having a, because it's Father's Day, if you have an issue with your father, if you can smooth it over Father's Day weekend, I say smooth it over. Just because he's not making a phone call to you does not mean you can't pick up that phone on the other end and call him. And if you can patch it up, patch it up. At least try to work on it if you can, because I miss my father so much. And I lost my father 14 years ago, and I would give anything and I would do anything to speak to him again. So that's why I really feel like if you could fix it, go ahead and fix it. So that's how we're going to close this show, and you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday. Peace.